for you.
Oh, okay.
He wrote it down for you. Silver should be in your wheelhouse, Poppy. Hello and welcome to the beginning of another highly questionable week, something that never ends around here. Izzy Gutierrez being in that chair. What do you like on the show today,
Something
Izzy?
else that seems to never end. Fitzmagic.
Oh,
surviving everywhere.
No, dale, Papi.
Does Zion make Duke the favorite to win it all?
They're the only team in this tournament that people will be watching to watch them win and to watch them lose. They have replaced Kentucky as the rock star team of professionals, and I'll always take the team with the most talent on its roster in this tournament. But there are some legitimate things to scare you if you're a cocky Duke fan. One of them is the one-game sample size, but it's not even the thing that scares me the most, because one-game samples are random and anybody can lose. It's that they're 339th in three-point shooting in Division I. I honestly didn't know before that stat that there were 339 teams in Division I. They are terrible at three-point shooting, and that can end them with the new math that you see in college and the pros where the three-point line matters.
What doesn't matter in this tournament is being the favorite. I mean, honestly, every single year, the #1 overall seed is the favorite, and we watch that team wash away every once in a while. But when you think about the #1 overall seed with this team, right, if you would have just been an alien or just somebody that fell asleep for 2 weeks when Zion was hurt and things weren't going poorly and maybe they'll get a 1 seed, to now everybody says, oh, stupid, of course, they're the #1 overall seed, they're the best ever because this guy is that much of a difference maker in Zion. And the reason why I'm not worried about that three-point shooting is that's where people go when things get desperate, right? Just launch a bunch of threes. We've got people that can shoot it. This team's not going to do that. They're going to go inside to that guy who's got higher percentage shots or a higher chance of getting fouled. When things are desperate, they're going to go to him. And when he's desperate to win at a high rate in this tournament because it's going to be his only year, he's going to do whatever it takes to win. My money's on Zion because they have an unstoppable force, not because they have a bunch of three-point shooters.
Well, I tell you one thing. I don't know if Duke is going to win at all because if they win the first round, they got to play VCU, and they have a player there by the name of Marco Santos Soba. You know, he's a Latino guy. He's about 6'8", 6'9". I don't think that Zion is going to fare very well against a Latino guy.
What is his last name?
Marco Santos Soba. No?
Silva. I don't know why he can't get the Latin names right.
Does LeGroin look like wash?
Really, Poppy? All right, LeWash wasn't enough. He had to throw in the LeGroin there, too. We finally found a LeBron stopper. Mario Hezonja at the end of the game for the Knicks, a team that didn't win a game for 6 weeks this season. This is crazy. Hezonja said after the game, if you think I was stopping him, you're an idiot. But LeBron has never had that bad a fourth quarter, and I've never seen a game end that poorly for him. That's what washed would look like if you're losing steps late in the game. He doesn't look particularly fast there. He doesn't even look healthy. That's not the way that that's supposed to go.
This is what it's come down to now. I warned you before we should put a minutes limit on what we talk about with LeBron because it's gotten so sad. This is what we're talking about. Not too long ago, he was going to save this team and take them to the playoffs, and now you're talking about Mario Hezonja owning him. Hezonja has never played better defense in his life. That game, the ending of that game was everything to the Knicks this season, possibly even next season of the year after, depending on who they get in free agency. This is a disaster for LeBron, and he's going to have to deal with this every single day. Is he LeWashed? That's ridiculous, I guess. I don't know. Whatever joke he wants to come up with. He's got a bunch of teammates that aren't doing enough, and he's the one who's supposed to take the blame.
Ridiculous is the way that I would have gone there. You've got the Lakers with the same record that they had last year without LeBron at the same time, and as an added bonus, wrecked not 1 but 2 seasons when you count New Orleans. It's not the way any of us had this going.
I didn't want to go that route, but thanks.
I knew that Mario was going to come through in the clutch. That Latino player, I'm telling you, he was on fire. You know what I mean? Last time that he faced the Lakers in L.A., he scored 10 points in the last quarter. He was the closer. Now he close against LeBron. You know what I mean? This is the Latino player that the Knicks have been waiting all their life for, you know. Mario Hezonja, a name that you'll never forget.
Of course he got it wrong. Of course he did.
Classic Latin last name.
Is it his first name, Mario? Well, I saw like Hezonja.
Mario's from Croatia.
Wow, you know, they're They have big Latin
Biggest Hispanic population in Croatia. You didn't know that?
With that first name, Mario, I don't believe it.
I don't believe you
That's
either,
right.
voice in the
So
sky.
many.
Is fish magic good or bad for the Dolphins' plans to tank?
Honestly, how does this arrive at the desk of Bill Belichick, and how does he react when he realizes that another team in the AFC East is coming after him with Fitzmagic? Ryan Fitzpatrick has played for 7 NFL teams, somehow not leading a single one of them to a playoff game. This is not anything other than a joke. The Dolphins are clearly tanking. It's also a reason for Colin Kaepernick to reopen his collusion case, because if Miami isn't the team to take him with Stephen Ross the way that he thinks, given that they would need some kind of star to be interesting, at least a conversation point, this team is tanking, and Fitzpatrick is your general when it comes to that.
It's funny you should mention that, because a few days ago I was reading a Greg Cody column, Greg Cody of the Miami Herald, who occasionally appears on Dan Le Batard's radio show, and he wrote that very same thing. The Dolphins should sign Colin Kaepernick, and I thought to myself, well, what a great idea. You can mask the idea of tanking by putting this storyline out in front, but really you're getting sort of a rusty quarterback. And now you get this one. And the tanking becomes so clear. And what's amazing to me is I asked a Dolphin friend of mine, hey, what do you think about Ryan Tannehill? And they said, well, I'm not okay with it, but I'm also not too happy about Ryan Fitzpatrick. And I'm like, of course you're not supposed to be happy about Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's just perfected a way to get fans to thinking, hey, I'm going to get 4 or 5 good games out of this guy, and he's going to be fun to watch on my team. Not going to happen.
Ring! Ring!
Oh, who's calling here?
Ring! Hello? Oh, Bill. Bill Belichick.
Oh,
Bill Belichick.
Belichick.
What's going on, Bill? Wow, you keep laughing. Why are you laughing? Huh? You want to say something? I'm waiting. He keeps laughing.
Just laughter.
Man, when you call me, you got to talk, you know? Man, he keeps laughing. Bill Belichick keeps laughing, you know?
Belichick.
What's going on?
Belichick.
Probably shouldn't call him Belichick on the phone.
No? All right. With the Warriors, be better if Boogie has to miss significant time.
Okay, without Boogie Cousins or Kevin Durant, this team won 73 games, and you just saw him go into Oklahoma City and go and grab all that previous feel-good and wipe the floor with MVP candidate Paul George. This team doesn't need anyone but its great players to be great, and you expect them over a 7-game series to be greater 4 times against every team in the league. No one can dissuade you of that, and Boogie Cousins in or out doesn't change that. I'm not even sure Kevin Durant in or out changes that.
And the 2 words that you said there that are most key to me are feel good. Steph Curry's the only person who injects feel good back into this team. Occasionally Klay Thompson when he gives you like 60 points in a game. But Steph Curry every single game with that energy, with that ability, with that way he frustrates the other team, that is always going to be there when he's available. These other guys, yeah, the luxury of Kevin Durant is great. The luxury of Boogie Cousins is great when you need him. But what they really need is to get back to that point. And I would contend they're a little bit better off without these guys right here for this home stretch, just to remind them of who they are, how they play, and what works best. Because when you automatically just settle for the mismatch, whether it be with Boogie or whether it be with KD, you're taking away everything that makes you the Warriors. And so I think they need a reminder of that. And this is actually going to be a good thing, just not for the long term.
You know what also reminds them that they're the Warriors? The return of Andrew Bogut. Last time he went out for the Warriors, LeBron ended up beating him, and it was a critical injury. You're not actually sure if Bogut is something that this group might like playing with even better than Boogie, because the numbers aren't very good when Boogie's out there.
Was it the bad move by Giannis to call out Ben Simmons?
Giannis is his name. That's usually not the one that people get wrong. It's the Antetokounmpo that stumps most of them. He walked away from this exchange saying he's an effing baby of Ben Simmons. He's an effing baby. I'm assuming that that's about the youth and not a petulance. And then there's, on the other side of the court, Ben Simmons retaliates after he's an effing baby in the way that you want to retaliate on the basketball court. He does this to Giannis, right over his head, stares him back down, and this is what Giannis has to say after the game. This is insulting, I think, unless you think that Ben Simmons is a lesser player than Joel Embiid, then it's less insulting.
It's easy. I'd rather Ben guard than Joel. It's simple, you know. If Joel's been guarding you all night, he's been making everything so tough for you. When someone else switches on you, Jimmy or Ben or Scott or Marjanovic, it's way easier. You know, you try to seize the opportunity and try to make a play.
Well, I love that he said that. And it's also 100% true, because if you call out Ben Simmons, what is he going to do? Is he going to try to score on you more? He's very limited in that department. He's just going to play defense really hard, or is he going to pass without looking? Like, what exactly is Ben going to do? If you're going up against Embiid, man, he's going to do what he did yesterday, drop 40 on you and bring his team on the road and win. The thing that I loved about this game is it sort of separated those guys. It told you, look, if the Sixers are going to go anywhere deep into the playoffs, it's going to be Embiid first, second, and third. If the Bucks, we already know they're going to be first, second, third, fourth, and fifth with Giannis, but now you know that's available against that team with that size. It didn't matter who was guarding him. If you think he was going to take a three against Embiid, okay, one time he's going to take it to the rim. He did that against Boban, for crying out loud, who was leaving him wide open. He's like, you know what? I'm still going to go up against your 6'12" body and finish it on the rim, and he got an and one. The guy's unstoppable.
Boban is not 6'12". That's 7 feet, and he's taller than that.
I meant to say 7'12". I ruined it twice.
Do you know who made Giannis look like a baby?
Who made Giannis look like a baby, Puppy?
Mario!
Oh, yeah.
He did?
That's right. That's my guy.
This was one of the other two memorable moments in Mario Hazounia's career right there. And he didn't even know Giannis was there, but after he dunks, he's going to talk trash anyway.
You see how he got all the crew, all the fans in the garden, they're all excited? That's my boy Mario. Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
We begin with England. Is this going to end up in his own goal, or is he going to score from here? Is it going to end up in his own goal? Oh, yeah.
And that hates when people are passive aggressive. You say what you mean. Do you question?
I think he's talking to you, Dan. You give us topics and events, and we question them.
Do you question if the Pelicans are incompetent or just tanking?
This is a really good question. It's hard to answer after what we're about to show you. The Suns and Pelicans are both trying to lose, but at the end of the game, the Pelicans are up by 3 with 7 seconds left, and they've got the ball. And Alvin Gentry is telling them, don't call a timeout. We don't have any of those. They're up 3 with the ball, so they don't call timeout, and they get a 5-second violation here. So this is the beginning of it. They look upset. Maybe they're good actors. I don't know if it's incompetence or tanking, but then all you got to do is foul. Foul here. Nope, we're going to allow this 3. Boom. And then they call the aforementioned timeout that he told them not to call. And so he gets the technical foul, and another assistant coach was also calling timeout. And that looks like how it would look if a team was trying to lose on purpose. It also looked like how the Pelicans play basketball.
Looks like how it looks. This would be the tape you would turn into the league for the investigation of tanking, because it's so clear and obvious there. Never mind the timeout situation. By the way, this is Alvin Gentry, the coach who the other day came back during his post-game press conference and admitted he'd had a few beers because he stumbled in what he was talking about here. He might have had 3 or 4 at halftime, and who would blame him with this team? That is absolutely ridiculous. That's what happens when winning doesn't matter and you literally forget how.
Well, I don't know. I have seen more embarrassing ways of losing a game.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Excellent callback by my father here.
Man.
Again, that is Mario Hazonia on defense.
Mario.
It's your boy, but you don't know that somehow you're making fun of him here too. But hey.
I mean, honest to God.
How happy he is when he watches that. It's like it just happened.
Mario.
Still.
That's my guy,
Mario.
It's not just that it's Mario Hazonia. It's a guy with a lot of gel in his hair.
Do you question if this minor league hockey puck is a warlock?
Okay, there is no place in the history of this company where warlock coverage has been more thorough and intensive than on this show. Let's go to the library of previously noticed warlocks. There you go. No other explanation other than
none.
D'Antoni's a warlock, number 80. Thank you.
See you later.
Where did he go? Warlock.
Incomplete off the fingertips.
Yeah, that's not normal. Watch the football here.
What football?
Where did it go? That is crazy. I don't understand that at all. Warlock.
Famous warlock.
There's no chair there.
Oh, should be famous warlock.
Another step-related warlock, better than the previous warlock. Let's go out to minor league hockey. The puck, is it a warlock?
As the puck go off a skate, played for Hanley. Hanley will wrist it in. Comrie comes out. It goes off a stanchion. They score.
Wait.
What? How did that happen?
Texas with a bank shot goal. Their second straight goal of the period.
Whoa.
And they've got a 2-1 lead.
How is that
Wow.
possible?
How was this not the lead story? Like, obviously, we're trying to deflect the question and ask if the puck itself is a warlock, but the man who shot it is clearly a warlock, and he's just doing this as a sort of secretive thing.
I believe that that's definitive proof. You don't need any more, do you?
Do you question which is our most compelling soccer highlight of the weekend?
We've got to excuse the phlegm in his voice. We've got 4 soccer highlights for you. I don't know why he's doing this to punctuate the phlegm in his voice. The 4 soccer highlights. We begin with England.
Oh, wow.
Is this going to end up in his own goal, or is he going to score from here? Is it going to end up in his own goal? Oh, yeah.
The answer is yes, it will end up in his own goal because he is terrible.
I thought you just looked over there. That's got to be such a bad feeling.
What, having zero awareness when your job is to have awareness?
That's correct. Let's see another one here. We got to Mexico here. Is this going to end up in his own goal?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is. There it
we
is.
just saw the other guy do it. How could you make the same mistake?
I love the goalie at the end here blaming someone other than himself for that. That's one of my favorite things, where he just looks at somebody and points. What do we have here? What country do we go out
Can't
here?
get worse.
We go out to England to shame who? A fan? A player? Okay, a fan, it would appear. That's it. That's enough. That's it. Friend, there it is. The friend's laughing at him. That right there is how I feel doing this show every day. Not laughing and pointing, being laughed at and pointed at. Let's check in with the 4th one. Also in England, a penalty kick here. Oh! No. What happened, Fancy Pants?
Oh, and you get trash talked.
What happened? What was he trying to do? Oh my God.
Almost like he slipped and then
That was-
Take off that number 10. That is way too embarrassing.
Poppy, you got to pick one. Which is the one you're picking?
Oh, the last one is the best one. He was trying to fool the goalie. He was expecting a teammate of him to go to the right, and nobody showed up to, to finish his shot. I can see that was a hell of a play.
My father coached soccer throughout my childhood. He does not know the rules on a penalty kick.
There's no team penalty kicks.
I'm talking about like 9 years as my soccer coach. Not joking.
$11.99 and 12.
How much TV this weekend? See? Oh no.
I believe the word was binge watched. I'm not sure. You tell us what to watch on TV tonight. We tell you if we're intrigued.
You watch something on TV.
Online, week-old highlights of the Crufts Dog Show in England.
Yes, I'm sorry. We've got a rescue dog. Kratu is his name. K-R-A-T-O. Let's check in with Kratu. He doesn't seem to know what the rules are here.
And the National Animal Welfare Trust.
Yes, he just
Now,
wants
this
to
team
play.
Consists of
Bad boy,
Kratu, by the way. I do
Oh,
know this
that's
one.
No, that's not a good
look at him
boy.
play hide and go seek.
That's a bad
Oh, look at that boy.
Oh,
that's a good
come
boy.
on.
It's
You
trying
gotta
to
do the
do.
rules.
Look at that. And he
And
oh,
there he
yeah.
goes.
He's the king of jumping over one hurdle and then around the other. How is that not a thing? Can you do that? Can your dog do that?
And he just wants to play back in the tunnel.
Yeah, look at
It's fun. It's more fun in the tunnel.
Oh,
In the tunnel. This is good. I think I'll just stay in here. No, all right,
Yes,
I'll
you
come
got
out. The point is, we want the dogs to have fun here, and we don't care if they get it right or not.
There you go.
There
You
is
see, this guy
actually-
gets it.
He's not right at all. The point is not for them to
There
have
is
fun. You
actually
think all of them want to be groomed like that and be
They are
told to jump
supposed
over
to.
You
things?
tell that
It's
dog
not.
differently. He's been putting up with all that BS from his owner. Now he's going to play.
Be free, Kratu. Izzy, are you intrigued?
Oh, yes. Everything I just said is implied now.
How about you, Gonzo? Are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Are you kidding me? If you went into that little tunnel, we'll never be able to get you
I
out.
would
You
get
know,
stuck.
stuck
It would
in
be
there for days. You know what I mean?
yeah.
For days and weeks. You know
Days
what I
and
mean?
weeks.
Jaws
Right.
of life got to come out
I
to
said
save Dan.
eventually
Dan's a dog, though.
lose weight because I'd be stuck there unless people came and fed me, and then I would get out.
Oh, that'd be such a great story. You should do that.
On NHK World in Japan, sumo wrestling.
Oh, I wonder what the jokes will be at my expense about this topic. Let's check in with some sumo wrestling. He's got a hold of that. belt thingy. I don't think that's what they're officially called. Oh, look out, everybody!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! I hope they had Poppy Cam there. Poppy is legitimately concerned for that other sumo wrestler. The loving bosom embrace that guy got. Izzy, how about you? Are you intrigued?
All these NBA players complaining about people being too close. If I was a sumo fan, I'd be complaining about being too close.
That's right. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But listen, I'm not sure if I want to become a sumo wrestler. You know what I mean? I mean, that uniform that they wear, that's not comfortable
Very
enough
vulnerable,
for me.
very vulnerable,
That's
tight in the wrong
you know,
areas.
the-
That's
the
right.
Private areas and all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Did anyone ask him whether he wanted to be a sumo wrestler? Because I don't feel like anyone asked him that.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.